Do you wear the dangly ones? Do you wear the glitter ones? We have waffling over pasties.
Pasties? Don't you love that all over your mouth? The weird thing is, I get no pasties.
Close your eyes, then you might.
I get pasties and syrup. That's always good.
Are you going to breakfast or are you going to the club?
Yeah. T99.
We're gonna party like it's not.
Don't waffle over this, okay?
Don't be waffling over this decision.
Yes.
Just do it.
Just do it.
These things are so big. I feel like it's just gonna hose us.
Ooh, I sprayed a little. Hi everyone.
I'm Janet.
I'm Jason.
We're
Gumbo Mud. We're here
for dark beer.
That's right. Only dark beer. And today we have from North Park Beer Company.
Oh yeah, we have waffling over pasties.
Pasties?
Waffling over pastry.
Pastries or pasties?
Definitely.
It's not summertime.
It's hard to say. Waffling over pastries.
Pastries. They should have a waffling over pasties during the summer. Summertime in San Diego.
Pasties are needed year-round, right, ladies?
Well, it could be, yeah. Yes. Yeah, waffling over pastries.
It's hard. Is it not hard to say?
It is hard to say, but it's like even that, like you think waffles, you want syrup on waffles, but this is like waffles over like a plate of pastries.
So have you ever heard?
It's interesting.
Have you ever heard the term like he's waffling over this decision?
Yes, of course.
So it means somebody who's indecisive.
Indecisive,
so if you're waffling over pasties, it means you don't know which pasties to wear. Do you wear the dangly ones? Do you wear the glitter ones?
But what about pastries?
You're trying to decide which pastry. You're waffling means you're indecisive. You're deciding. So you're either indecisive over which pastry or which pasties to wear.
Or if you're a carb person, you put your waffles over a plate of pastries and you just eat it all.
Carb? What's that have to do with cars?
Because, no, carbs.
Oh.
You know, protein, fats, carbs.
I think you said carbs.
No, carbs.
You lost me.
Because it's all carbs. Pastries, all carbs.
Yes.
Yes. So waffling over pastries, not pasties.
Depends on the person.
Depends on the person.
Where you're going.
You could have both.
Are you going to breakfast or are you going to the club?
Yeah. You could have both, right? You could have both. You could have both.
Okay.
All right.
Back
a little
to
bit about the beer. Not the pasties, the beer. We're here for dark beer. Remember?
Yes.
Okay.
Back to business.
Okay.
Okay. Waffling over pastries, which I'm going to enunciate very slowly.
Which I love that name. I love that name. I actually do. Waffling over pastries.
So this is from our friends at the North Park Beer Company.
Yes.
A Chocolate Imperial Porter, which comes in at 11.3, which it's kind of an unusual
for
number.
A porter? Yes.
It's not a 0.5. It's not a straight 11. They got that 0.3 dialed in. So.
Well, not only that, but porters are usually from 6, maybe 5, 5.5 to 8. Mm-hmm. Once you start getting 9s or 10s, they're usually stout.
Stout land.
So this is definitely, that's where the Imperial comes in. It's not a regular porter, it's an Imperial Porter.
Right.
So 11.3 Imperial Porter sounds really good.
I'm just shocked by the 11.3 versus, they couldn't.
They're dialed in.
They couldn't hone it down or up. Like it's
dialed.
Yeah.
They went for 11 and they got 11.3.
Yeah.
Which is great.
And their location is in San Diego on University Avenue, which is the North Park area of San Diego.
North Park Beer Company.
Yes.
They're in North Park.
Yeah.
Which North Park over probably the last 5 years has just blown up. Everybody seems to be down there, from Rip Current to Modern Times. Bottle Craft is down there.
Yes.
Second Chance is down there, like all within like a 3-block radius.
Yeah, you can easily walk place to place and make a day out of it.
Yes, Uber down there, and it is great. I wish a lot of more communities would do that, and North Park has done that, where it's so great. Besides having the breweries, you have restaurants, you have pizza places, you have taco places. It's just a great little area.
Yeah, people everywhere all the time.
Yeah, so North Park Beer Company was started in a garage like most of the craft beer we talk about here in San Diego. It's home brewers.
I've said before, don't underestimate what's going on in someone's garage, right?
Exactly.
Again, here we go.
Yeah, and Kelsey McNair, the head brewer and proprietor, arrived in San Diego 20 years ago. And ironically, that's when I arrived, and you too, right?
Yeah, me too.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Right around 1999.
We're gonna party like it's not.
Yeah, everyone seemed to come to San Diego. Like, there's so many people that came around that time, around the 2000 year, and so lived in San Diego, wanted to live the dream. He was he designed video games, which means he's obviously creative. So, which a lot of people that we found out that actually brew beer in their garage, they have creative jobs, creative careers.
Yeah.
So this is just that they love beer and they want to produce beer, especially back then. If you can't find what you want, why not brew it in your garage and try to brew it and brew what you want.
And I would assume if you're a video game designer, you're a little techie as well. So the combination, brewing beer is basically a chemistry experience.
Chemistry,
so you
baking, cook.
You have to be deep that way and understand all of the moving parts and what goes into making a great beer.
Well, not only that, but you would think designing video games, not only do you have to code it and create it, but visually it's got to be appealing.
Yeah.
Right? Not only does it have to work great from the back end part of coding, but it has to look great. So when you're doing that, that's a very creative process all the way through.
Yeah, very cool.
So it wasn't long before he got into the cuisine around San Diego, because San Diego gets so many people from San Francisco and LA that had moved from the East Coast, let's say New York or Chicago. They all come to Southern California. LA gets too busy. They move down to San Diego, where it's a little
more laid
back. And so there's so many creative people here that bring the cuisine from around the world, and even coming up from Central America and South America through Mexico, they come to San Diego. So he got into that and found an outlet to the independent craft beer industry, which we talked about, all these home brewers. There's a home brewer association here in Southern California, meet every year, and he basically started in 2004 his path to starting North Park Beer Company.
Yes. So over the next decade, Kelsey began accumulating numerous awards, and then this was still out of his garage, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you are putting beers out there and then basically indicating that your brewery location is your garage on.
Well, McKellar kind of did that, where where McKell was going just around the world brewing with other brewers, and never even had his own brewery.
Yeah.
But he was such a good brewer, and Kelsey did the same thing. And there's a lot of home brewing festivals and places like that where you can actually enter your beers, and he was getting awards for that.
So while he was, building an empire in his garage, he was developing the plans for his commercial brewery, which started to take shape, and he started raising capital, getting investors, and they set up the tap room and brewing facility in North Park on University Avenue. And he and his wife, Amanda, they were both, taking the path of video game developers.
Yeah.
Left that in the dust, left it behind them, swept it under the rug, and went full force into the brew pub world, and now have an amazing establishment with great food, great beer, great people.
Yeah. Being that good of a brewer out of your garage, and the way the craft beer industry here in San Diego blew up. He opened North Park in 2016. It really started blowing up from 2006, 7, 8, 10, 11. It just started exploding quickly. And for him to brew that good of a beer, I'm sure leaving the video game industry, being in it for so long, he saw an opportunity. Yeah. And there wasn't much in North Park at that time either. Like literally 2016, North Park has blown up in the last 5 years, and it's 2019 now. So he was part of that renaissance of North Park. That
revitalization.
Urban Pizzas down, like there's just so many places down there that have good beer.
Yes.
So in June of 2016, he opened North Park Beer Company, and since then, everyone obviously in the neighborhood, North Park, like we keep saying, blown up. It's so many people have moved there. You can work from home, you can walk, you can bike. It's just a nice little community. You're not quite in downtown San Diego. You're north, obviously, of Balboa Park. If anyone knows San Diego, that's why it's called North Park. It's north of Balboa Park. And you're just so close to everything. You're close to the 805, the 163, the 8. Like, you can get around town really, really well.
Yeah.
So he picked the perfect spot. It's an old building. He kept a lot of the rustic decor of the building and just upgraded a little bit. It's a cool place.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a great feel.
Yeah.
So a little bit about this beer in particular, the Waffling Over Pastries. It's this was made for Collabapalooza 2019, which is hosted in North Park. They do it every October.
Yeah.
And this was part of the Pastry Porter brew session, which I love.
Which we were busy and we missed, but next year, like crushed.
Yeah, I know.
We couldn't make it.
So they boiled this beer over 4 hours and dosed it with crazy amounts of Ugandan Vanilla, Ugandan Cacao Nibs, topped it off with Vermont maple syrup, which they are
Which everyone
known
uses
for.
Vermont maple syrup,
Yes, you want legit, genuine maple syrup.
From Vermont.
So the ending flavors are milk chocolate, dried fruit, vanilla, black cherries, which that scares me a little bit because I don't like cherry anything.
In beer,
Maple and just a wonderful meld of all those.
Yeah, the dark dry fruit kind of gets me off a little bit too, because I don't like fruit in beer. You don't like cherry. Any kind of fruit in dark beers, it's got to be subtle, maybe to bring out a little sweetness. But this 2019, after this Collabapalooza, they actually had 3 different new stouts on. So we went down there, we tried a couple, but we wanted to wait to try this one for you guys because it sounded so good.
Right.
And we love pastry stouts. So luckily we got a growler of it.
Yeah, so this was like just released this year. So we're pretty lucky to review this for you guys, and we're tasting it for the first time with you guys.
It was released, what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Yeah, it's just released.
Yeah, so it was released for Collabapalooza. So
yeah. All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
Ready, guys?
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. Love the crowler. I'm so glad they had the crowler. Because a lot of places...
These things are so... I always feel like it's just going to hose us. Like, these things are so big. Yeah, see? It did spray.
It sprayed a little bit. It squirted a little bit, but not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad, though. Ooh, fill to the top, which you love. Yeah. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Hopefully I don't spill this.
God. Ooh, you're good. Look at you.
It's a dark brown. Dark amber color. Almost the color of the table.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Wow, a nice head.
That's always good.
You're pouring full.
This is pouring full. Yeah.
So this can, anybody, because we are in California, anybody who's ever been to the Del Mar races, the pattern every year is this Argyle pattern that's very similar to this label. So
to a jockey jersey that they ride. So but the colors are a little different. It's cool. I like the label. So
very different.
As far as appearance, what do you think? I love the bubbles.
Yes, great carbonation.
One finger head, which is really nice. Nice balance.
I would say it's probably started off a little more than one finger, but it's really clinging.
Really dark too.
Indicative of anything over 10.
Right. And it looks to me like 11, easily 11.3. The head is really creamy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Very thick, very syrupy looking, which might be that Vermont coming through.
Maple. Thick lacing.
Yeah.
It's not thin. It's really thick lacing. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it looks like It looks like a waffle in a can.
I like it. I'm giving it a 5 on appearance. Yeah. It looks super inviting. It looks like a true 10 or above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it a 5 too, because it's waffles over pastry, and the color is almost like a dark waffle color. Not like you cook a waffle kind of lighter, you let it cook a little longer. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like the darker waffle. You know, you can cook pancakes or waffles depending on how long you cook it. They get darker or they're lighter.
You're right.
From the batter.
Yes.
So it looks like, you know, it's a well-cooked waffle.
I laugh. You like anytime we talk about cooking or anything, like even cookies, you're like, when you cook cookies, I'm like, you mean bake? But you don't bake waffles, but I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah, because I'm not a baker. You're the baker.
Like everything
I
you say,
mean cook.
It makes me laugh.
It's baked.
Okay.
So aroma?
Very mapley.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Vermont.
That smells so good. It smells like freshly made waffles with syrup.
With syrup?
Yeah, a strong vanilla presence. It's really good.
The head dissipated really quick.
It did, yeah.
Really quick, which is surprising.
I know. I don't know what I think of that, but
so it's probably that's carbonation, which I don't mind. You don't want too much carbonation, but
it smells really good. I do get a little bit of the dark fruit though. It's definitely not the dominating aroma coming through, but it's there.
Yeah, it literally smells like you just cooked a waffle and you poured syrup over it.
Man.
It's crazy. You have to wonder how they get that. How do you get that in a beer where it smells like you're about to eat waffles with syrup poured all over it?
It makes my mouth water.
That's crazy.
It really does.
It's really crazy how you can get that scent. We get so many beers that they have certain descriptions.
I know.
And they're not that, and they fall
really short.
And the weird thing is, I get no pasties.
You're not smelling the pasties.
I get pastries, but I get no pasties.
Close your eyes, then you might get Oh yeah, I get pasties now.
I get pasties and syrup. Oh, no. No, the aroma is crazy. So what do you give the aroma?
I like it.
Yeah. It smells. It smells like breakfast.
It really does.
It smells like breakfast.
I'm going to give it a 4.5. It's near perfection, but I get a little bit of the fruitiness kind of interjecting with the waffle and the syrup part. So it's close to perfection, but I think 4.5 for me.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 5 because I don't get the fruit. I'm just I'm smelling pasties. Oh, sorry. No, I'm smelling waffles.
You're so distracted now.
I know.
Get pasties.
See, you messed me up.
Wipe pasties out of your mind.
I smell waffles with syrup over them.
Yeah.
Which you never get. Like,
it's a beautiful
I've never got that in a beer before. So North Park, wow. Yeah, so I got to give it a 5 because that's exactly what I smell. I don't smell any fruit yet. I just get waffles and I get this syrupy pasty. It's just crazy. So go ahead and try it. Pastries. It smells so much like waffles. It's crazy.
Tastes like waffles.
No.
It does.
You want to pour this over waffles instead of syrup? Or maybe with syrup? Does it really taste like that?
It totally does. Like a lot of vanilla, a lot of maple, and waffles.
I love vanilla and maple. Yeah? God, it smells so much like waffles. It's crazy.
Oh my God, it's so good.
God, it's creamy.
Yes.
Creamy and thick.
Yep, very.
Waffles. You taste waffles. How do they do that?
I don't know.
Oh my God, it's definitely 11.3.
Yes. Don't forget the point 3.
Point 3. Wow, it's so creamy and thick.
Yeah.
And it tastes like waffles with syrup on it.
And vanilla, though. Do you say strong vanilla?
Yeah, you get a lot of vanilla.
Yeah, so it's almost like a vanilla maple syrup or a vanilla maple sauce over waffles.
Wow.
So good.
And sweet.
Crazy rich, crazy sweet.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It's a lick the corner of your mouth beer.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's so decadent.
Okay, where do you go?
Wow. I gotta give that a 5.
I know.
I'm sorry. We usually don't give a lot of 5s, but it says Waffling Over Pastries, and that's exactly what you get. It's 11.3. That's exactly what you get. And it's just sweet maple, Vermont maple all over my mouth.
Yes.
Don't you love that all over your mouth? No? I do. Wow, that is good. Oh my God.
Now you have me licking my mouth.
I know. God, you can't help lick your mouth.
I know.
It's so like mapley.
It's so spot on to the description and the flavors described and the ABV. It's all right in line, which...
I've had a few beers from North Park, which I really like.
Yeah.
Man, Kelsey.
It's a winner.
Wow.
Winner.
Yeah, they got to keep this one around. Like, this is good. So, body and texture, we were just kind of talking about the body. What do you give the body?
Again, I think it's spot on for an 11.3. Super rich, thick, creamy. It is, it has gone a little flat.
The carbonation,
based on but I don't know that a carbonated beer would be right with these flavors.
I agree.
It's a creamy, thick, rich, decadent, has all those attributes, so I can't really picture something heavily carbonated with those things.
And it's not it doesn't feel like a nitro.
No.
It doesn't taste flat at all. So even though, there's not much lacing, we don't have many lacing, it's not sticky, it's not very carbonated. I don't mind it being, because that carbonation can get like Celsius, kind of fizzy, seltzerish, fizzy in your mouth, which we're not getting. So I like,
But I don't, like I said, I don't think with the flavors we just described that really something too bubbly or seltzer-ish carbonated would really complement this. So,
so what do you give the body?
Okay, in a very roundabout way. I'm going to give the texture a 4.5.
Wow. I gotta give it a 5.
Yeah,
it's an 11. Like, it's funny because.
Are you rating this based on the pasties still, or are you being real?
No, I'm being real. Like, when you cut it down in the categories, it smelled like a pastry stout.
Yes.
It tastes like a pastry stout.
Yes.
The aroma is a pastry stout.
Yes.
The body's 11.3.
Yeah.
It could be a 12. You could tell me this is a 12. I'd be like, yeah, that's a 12.
Yeah.
You tell me that's an 8. I'm like, no, that's not an 8. That's 11 or 12.
Right.
It's a well-bodied texture beer.
I agree.
So when we break it down, which why I love doing these videos, when you break these beers down, these 5 categories, you're not just tasting a great beer, you're breaking it down. And like every category so far is exactly what the can says. I agree. And what I'm getting in my glass that's what I'm getting.
Yes.
So I can't give it a 4. I can't give it a 4.5 because it tastes like an 11 or 12%. 11.3 is spot on.
The only reason I knocked it down a half point is I like a little more, it's falling a little flat to me already.
Yeah. Right.
I like a little more fizz, a little more jolt.
Fizz.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, mine's not bad though. I'm still getting a little carbonation when I drink it. But we've had so many nitros.
It's not nitro-ish.
It's not at all.
It's really, it's not nitro-ish.
Yeah.
It's not flat in that way.
Exactly.
It's just, it's, like I said, and I almost think when you are working with these flavors and this percentage, I think it's probably hard to accomplish the taste and all this yumminess and still probably have the carbonation.
Right.
I would think that's a difficult thing to get to.
Yeah.
So, my expectations may be, completely out of reach and, unrealistic, but for what I like a little more fizz.
A little more fizz to it.
Yes.
Okay, so what about the finish? What do you give the finish?
It's a great finish.
Hey, are you licking the sides of your mouth?
Still,
like it is sticky, like maple.
It's just like maple. I love to make maple fudge every year, and this kind of is reminiscent of that.
I want to have this with your maple fudge.
It might be maple overload.
Oh.
But we'll try it.
We'll try it, yes.
Yeah. So, and the little bit, you have a little more head. I have none.
Yes.
The head that's on Jason's glass, if you can see it, it's almost the color of my maple fudge.
Okay.
It's a super creamy, creamy consistency. Yeah. It's not really dark like traditional maple syrup, but this reminds me a lot of it. It leaves a super yummy taste in your mouth. It's really, really good. So the finish I love, makes me want another, makes me want to recommend it to others. I hope you guys can get this wherever you are and try it, because you won't be disappointed. Yeah.
So, what do you give the finish?
I'm going to give it a 5 on finish.
This is crazy.
Did you go straight? You went straight 5.
I went. It's the finish.
Wow.
Is so mapley and sweet, and it leaves a nice sticky mapley residue, syrupy residue that I don't want to stop drinking it. So once again, I have to give it a 5 because, and when I break down all these categories, it is exactly what it says it is.
That's the way every beer should be. So.
Right. Yeah, and we've had so many that they're not that, and this is everything it says it is what it is.
Yes. So take all you breweries out there that are struggling, take a page from North Park Beer Company, because this beer is exactly as described.
Exactly.
That's what everybody wants.
Exactly.
In general, with anything. Like whether you're buying laundry detergent or whatever. It better say and do what is described, right?
What a good beer.
Yeah.
For a total, what do you give it?
My total is just a notch below perfection. It's a 4.8 out of 5. Adore this beer. Like, it's incredible. It's one of the best beers I've had. One of the best matches according to the description and what you're supposed to get, which I love. Like that alone just does it for me.
Yeah.
But this is an amazing, well-brewed, well-thought-out beer.
It's a gateway beer, I think. I think people that have never tried darks, people that might like light beer or don't even drink beer or scared of dark beers, you give them this beer and they like chocolate chip cookies or like brownies or they eat pancakes, chocolate chip pancake. Like, you give them this beer and they'd be like, oh my God. And not only that, it's 11.3%, which is a big beer.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think it's one of those beers that I would give someone that's never had dark beer or doesn't like beer or something, like, try this. And I think they would fall in love with this beer because it tastes like a waffle, mapley, syrupy breakfast stout. So I gave all 5s. I'm a 5. Gumbo Mud review is a 4.9 out of 5, which
huge.
For us is huge.
Yeah, we don't throw those out like easily, right?
No, and a lot of beers don't describe what's in the can and what we get, and for us to get that and not only get it but get it at that highest level for both of us. I mean, it's all 5s and 4.5s because it's exactly as described in all categories, and that's what I love about doing this is like to break a beer down in these 5 categories and for it to excel in every category and not just be a good beer but be exceptional in all these categories. Kudos to North Park. I mean,
I would say that this, if you keep this in your rotation, it's going to be an award winner for sure. There's no way. Like, it's spot on.
How do you not have this instead of coffee in the morning with your breakfast, or after dinner when you have a piece of cake or a little ice cream or a creme brulee or something like that, instead of having a Bailey's or a little shot of whiskey or something like that, you would want this beer.
Grand Marnier.
This would be just perfect for those situations. Besides just chilling out watching football on Sundays and having some brownies or cookies with this beer. It's crazy how good this is.
So good.
Perfectly named Waffle Over Pastries. Pastries, sorry. I'm still in the pasties.
And you're getting
pastries.
Waffling.
Waffling. Yeah, I say waffled.
Waffle.
I want to be waffled.
Waffling. Over pastries.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect beer. Home run. North Park, home run. What a great beer. Keep it around year round. Or at least half the year or something. Like, keep it around. But Gumbo Mud Review, 4.9. We love this beer. Try to get this beer before they run out. Tell them to brew it all the time. Keep it around, and they will.
North Park, we accept pony keg donations here at Gumbo Mud Studios. So,
geez, please.
Get in contact with us.
Don't waffle over this, okay?
Don't be waffling over this decision.
Yes.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. So, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Head to North Park Beer Company there in North Park, San Diego. Try everything they have. They're such a good brewery.
Yes.
One of the top 5 to 10 breweries here in San Diego out of 150 breweries.
Yeah.
So head there, try this beer if they have it. Demand this beer. Make sure they get this beer. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you so much.
Click the like button if you like. Share. Subscribe. And stay tuned for more dark beer reviews. We're gonna find everything we can. We can get them growlers, crowlers, bombers, cans, whatever, taster, whatever. We're gonna find it. We're gonna bring them to you guys.
Yes.
So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you next time.
Woo.